Hello and welcome to this little January language learning vlog. No big theme or challenge or project I'm working on right now. I just thought I would record a few days of language learning in my life. Starting out with a bit of reading, as you guys already saw, I bought a new book on my iPad. It is a book that I saw recommended on another YouTuber's channel for their recap of the previous year, and so I thought I would give it a shot. So far I've read a couple pages, like 5 or 6 pages, and it's pretty good. Thankfully it's not too gruesome. It is a collection of mysteries or crime stories, and so I was a little worried it would be kind of gruesome or gory, but thankfully it starts after the death has occurred, and now they're just trying to figure out what happened to cause that death. So thankfully not too gruesome, but yeah, so far pretty good. Like I said, I am currently in kind of a community reading challenge or like progress tracker thing that Renee is doing for the first half of January, and it ends today, actually exactly an hour from right now. So what I'm going to do for the next hour is continue to read this story, read as much as I can, and then log the last few pages I'm able to get done on that community tracker before the challenge ends, just to kind of up my numbers because I was a bit weak at the beginning of the month. And I will check back in later with how today goes. So it is the next day. I did end up finishing a decent amount of reading yesterday. Unfortunately, I waited till like the very last second to submit my pages read to the online challenge thing for the community, so it didn't end up counting towards that challenge. But I did end up finishing the entirety of that first short story later that evening. It was like 50-ish pages, I believe, and it was pretty good. I'm looking forward to reading the other ones as well. Not like the perfect, most amazing mystery I've ever read in my life, but it was kind of surprising till the very end, so I liked that story. As for today, it's already 7:30 p.m. and I've done literally nothing language-wise today. It's been a pretty chill, casual day. Watched lots of tennis in the morning and afternoon, also did my nails. Got my nails done, I should say, in the late afternoon, and here I am at 7:30. In a little while, we're gonna watch a movie all together, the whole family, watch a Korean movie, actually. I saw it on the Korean news, actually, a few days ago, because they were talking about the kind of martial law situation in Korea recently, and apparently a movie that came out in 2023 centered around a kind of rebellion during martial law that happened in like 1979-ish, I think. I forgot the exact details and date, but I believe that's the plot of the movie. They mentioned it because it was kind of a similar, I guess in some ways, situation to President Yoon trying to enact martial law in Korea recently. So I thought it might be interesting for my family to watch. Hopefully they'll like it, since it is military related. I think my dad should like it. He likes military stuff because he was an ex-military Air Force member, so we shall see. Hopefully it's a good movie. I don't really know much about it beyond it was mentioned on the news, and it has good ratings on Viki, so we shall see. After that, I think it'll probably be too late to do a ton of studying stuff. I'll probably just turn on tennis once again and do some reading on the commercial breaks just like I did yesterday, and that'll probably be it for tonight.
각하의 위대한 혁명이 실패로 끝날 거라고는 의심하지 않았어. 그러니까 니도 내 앞에서 잘못된다는 소리 다시 하지 마라.
So update time, that movie was excellent. My whole family really enjoyed it, and we enjoyed also kind of looking at the Wikipedia page afterwards and discussing the real life events that the movie is based on, and ended up being a really fascinating look at a certain period of Korea's past. I'm sure any Koreans that watch that movie already know the ending because they would probably recognize the names, the big names of the movie, but for my family, we didn't know what was going to happen, even though it was a historical movie mostly based on real events, and so we were all waiting with bated breath to see which side would prevail and what would happen at the end of the movie. So really, really interesting to watch. I recommend it if you are interested at all in Korean history and part of the complicated path that Korea took to become the democracy that it is today. So again, super, super good movie. Really glad that the news mentioned it on a broadcast a little while ago, and I became inspired to watch it because Again, like I said, excellent movie. And I found out actually it was nominated for a Academy Award the year that it came out in 2023, so another little tidbit, it was apparently a very well-recognized movie in general. So yeah, moving on to today. Today is Friday. It's been another kind of slow, chill day here at the house. I am about to actually leave the house and go to Auburn, a city nearby where I actually went to college, and I'm going to try out the swing dancing there for the first time since I was at college there. So again, I have a little bit of that introvert social anxiety because it's a new group of people for the most part. I'm not sure if anybody that I know will still be there from 8 years ago when I went regularly, but on the drive there, I am hoping to do a bit of language stuff, maybe some podcasts in Mandarin or even Japanese possibly. Then after all that, I actually have a new puzzle today that I might start tonight as well, and hopefully, again, I can kind of ladder those hobbies together, hopefully do some news watching or something, some sort of podcast listening to while I work on the puzzle as well to get some language exposure in while I work on that. Yesterday, I didn't end up reading any more of that mystery book. I was just too busy and the movie was longer than I expected, so just no time to read that. And then tonight I don't think I'll have any time as well, so tonight will just be kind of a fun other hobbies focused night with hopefully some language stuff sprinkled in between.
김상욱 의원은 울산 남구 갑의 국민의힘 소속 의원입니다.
찬성표를 받을 수 있다는 그런 우려 속에 아마 전체 그러니까 이 분석에서 지금 수정이 되고 있는
longest break between filming that I think I've ever taken since.
So it's actually several days later now, but I realized that I never filmed the ending for this vlog, so here I am. To tie up a few loose ends, the swing dancing went okay. There was one person I recognized. It was pretty dead, not quite as thriving as it used to be back in my day when I was in college there, so that was a little bit unfortunate. But I will probably still keep going until I have to go back to Korea. As far as the more languagey stuff, I didn't end up actually listening to any podcasts at all on the drive to or from that event, nor did I do any while I did the puzzle. Unfortunately, I did watch that one news program like you guys saw, but beyond that, I mostly just kind of chilled and vegged out or watched tennis while doing the puzzle, not really laddering it with any language learning activities, unfortunately. However, I am still pretty happy with the amount of language stuff I did over the few days shown in this vlog. I was pretty consistent, doing at least a little bit every single day, even if it wasn't a lot. But again, since it is vacation time and I am spending a lot of time with family, it's kind of what I expected, just to do little bits here and there and not do some huge amount of language learning. So I'm pretty satisfied with the little consistent bits that I had throughout the few days shown here. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. Again, I strongly recommend that Korean movie. It was a really interesting look at the pretty recent past of Korea. And I am also really looking forward to continuing that collection of mystery crime solving short story collection as well. Haven't really read any beyond that first day, but again, looking forward to doing that in the next day or two, hopefully, if things go according to plan. But that is it for this very chill language learning video. I will see you guys in the next one, and until then, 안녕.